Alright guys, welcome back to episode 31. What? I can't believe we've already had that many episodes. So, a couple days back, the 224 update dropped, and now it's been a couple days, so there's been one or two fixes, and they've kind of made some adjustments to things, but I'll show you a couple things here. So there's the magnifying glass, and I did do a patch video update that shows you some of this stuff if you want to go ahead and take a look at that. I'll show you that I made the magnifying glass, and we got us a little Compy. Look at this little guy, which you can carry on your shoulder. Let's get him out here in the open a little better. Whoa, you can really throw that dude. These guys are super small, and it was really tough taming him. Only because his he was a level 8, so his torpor was like 40 points. And it took him a while to want to eat the piece of food I gave him, so I was stuffing him with narcotics to keep him down. So yeah, that torpor being so low. So my recommendation is don't try to tame any of the lower compies. Go only for the higher compies because you'll have a better torpor value, and then it's easier. It's way easier then. I don't want him to die, so we're just going to boost him up a little bit to keep him alive. So we had that. There's new rocket turrets. There's new, these wall lamps, which are really cool, as we can see here. They did fix that you couldn't put them on doors anymore, and when the patch first dropped, if you were out there trying these out, you can go back to it now because you can actually place them on pillars now. Before you couldn't. So let me show you that. I'll grab some cementing paste here real quick. We'll come over here, drop a little bit of that in. It's under the smithy structures. Is it metal, I think? Yeah, metal. What do I need? A little bit of thatch. How do I not have some thatch? Isn't that crazy? Oh, I have 2, but not enough. All right. So let's grab us some thatch. Who has some thatch? I know where some thatch is. Down here. So just experimenting around. You know, I was trying to put these wall mounts on the walls, which work fine. We'll grab a little bit from this. Yes. But I could not get them to go on to like a foundation. I couldn't get that to work. They couldn't go on other items, and they couldn't go on these pillars. But I think they put out 224.2 and they made it so you could put them on pillars, because that'd be cool. So let's just make a couple here real quick and we'll throw them on. So sometimes it pays to wait a couple of days after a big patch comes out, because they might make some adjustments, so you gotta be a little careful. I was watching a bunch of videos on recipes, which is some of the stuff we're gonna do today, and kind of some of that stuff is obsolete now because, you know, 2 days later they already changed how they did some of that. So let's go back into structures, metal, and their wall mount. We only need one just to show you this. I'll pop up down here. Good to go. Now it does come up when I was doing the tooltip and you were inside the inventory. Let's see, let's go in inventory. Oh, they called it a wall torch. When I first saw it, the tooltip said standing torch, but maybe they fixed the tooltip too. All right, so here's 7, right? So you can put it on a wall. Yeah. Not on a foundation. Doesn't look like on a ramp. I didn't try a gate. No on a gate, sorry, excuse me, but on a wall. Okay, so we can see that, but now, yes. See, I couldn't do this before, which is what I really wanted. So this is cool. That's a big deal. What makes that a big deal is over here. Oh, no, right here, this guy. What makes that a big deal is my design of my boats and bases have no walls. So there's nowhere to put any of these torches on my designs. But this fixes that problem. I did notice that if you have it on a moving thing, these are a little tricky because the dinosaur is moving. So you gotta be a little careful. So I'm just gonna inch up. Ah, see, it did it again. It did it inside the pillar. Although it looks like it'll work. Nope, demolish. Oh yeah, can I put stuff in it? No, I can't get inventory. demolish world torch. All right, well, you get the idea, and I'll put those in eventually. That's not what we're going to do today, but I'll be able to put them on those pillars, which was nice. So that's a change from the 224.2 recipes. Here's the big thing that I wanted to do today. So I think I have, let's see what we got. Yeah, we got some cooked meat, good. I need some raw meat. And I've got some cook fires. And I got some notes that we can play around with. You need notes to build recipes. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get this stuff out here that we don't need. Sure. Might have put some over here too. Yeah. Get that out of there. Gunpowder. I don't know why this stuff's in here. Put that in there. You can only need one. And then do this again. Maybe put one of these. And then we'll grab some of that. So I've got my 3. Okay. So let me go around and gather some materials. I need berries. I need some different meats real quick. I've got all my plots. These are good. And I want to try out some of these recipes. So give me a moment. I'm going to run and get some regular meat, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So I believe if we hold it here, add note to make recipe. We did add a note, didn't we? Oh, no, we didn't. Okay. There we go. Make recipe. And I believe, there we go. Got a food. Oh, got our berries and items, but we're missing one thing. All that meat we just went to go get. Let's grab some of that. All right, so what I wanted to experiment with was raw meat. So I'm going to grab some of this. Not really going to use the prime too much. I'll try it out, I guess. 1 prime real quick. And I want... Hello? Can I get a corn? I'll take 2 of those. And 2... Sava root, I think is what I want. Yeah. Okay. So here's the experiment real quick. Let's see. Make recipe. So 1 of those. 1 corn. Oh, shoot. Can I do a shift click? 1, 1, and 1. All right. So we'll call it... Sure. Sure. And this is prime pot pie. Because everybody has to have a pot pie. Super yummy, sounds good. Make recipe. Now I think... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think it'll make it, right? Oh, except we got to put the recipe in there. Hurry, hurry, hurry. There we go. Put the fire out. Pull the recipe out. Prime pot pie. And here we go. We got 3 food, 4 health, 1.2 stamina, and it's going to last quite a while, about a day. So that's just using 1 item, which is what I wanted to try out. One of the things that it talked about is that your crafting speed mattered. So that's going to increase. And now I want to see what it's going to be like if we do just 1 regular raw meat. And we'll do the same thing. So let's pull that out and let's go. Oh, that's the problem with this stuff, is it spoils so fast. Yeah, okay, I'll have to get another one here in just a second. So let's get this ready. Let's put another note in. Good. And let's grab again. I don't know why these are so hard to get into these days. It used to be easy. Let's grab 2 just in case. And there we go. So basically we're doing, you know, meat, potatoes, and corn. So that's pretty good. To me, that's like a pot pie, right? Make recipe. Here we go. So I only want one meat. How do I do that? Is it this click? Yeah. That one. That one. That one. And the reason I'm doing just one, because I want to see what the difference is when I do 1 and then 5 and then more. So this one can be a different icon, I guess. Oh, I see. You can color different regions. Sure. Yummy. All right, and this would just be a normal pot pie. So pot pie. Super yummy. Also, make recipe. There we go. Put recipe in. There we go. Light. And put out. So 3.43, 2.98, 1.27 is our regular pot pie. So interesting enough, 388, 415, 127, 343, 298, 127. So those aren't too far off. So using the easier to use ingredients gets you pretty close to what you wanted anyways. Here we have our food. We can go ahead and eat that up. So we're at 117. Oh, slurped it right up. And we'll eat our prime pot pie. What's really nice, I think, about them is how long they last. So now let's try 5, since we just saw that. And now we know we got a 3-4-1, basically a 3-2-1. So that's the big difference then. The health goes up by 4. Health only goes up by about 3. But pretty close. Okay. Now let's... Oh. See, here's where we need those wall lamps, right? I know we can light these ones. Because that one still has... Well, I can light some of these. Let's see. I don't need 2 pots, I don't think. So let's grab that wood. We always need charcoal, so that's why I don't mind just burning wood. There we go. That should give us some light. All right. Oh, next experiment. We got cooked meat, right? We're going to use cooked meat. So let's use 1 cooked meat. And I probably need... I'm only taking them off the crop here pretty one at a time or so, just because they spoil so quickly. So I don't want to have a bunch of them in my inventory and then lose a bunch of them. So that's why I'm kind of doing it one at a time here. So bear with me as we experiment today. Here we go. Oh, wrong key. Oh, it needs a... Nope. It's a good thing I made a bunch of these. All right, make recipe. This one's going to be this and this and this and that. Perfect. And this is going to be called cooked pot pie. Because we want to see what happens when we use a cooked meat, sava root, and a long grass. So meat, potatoes, corn. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, I did that again. Cooked pot pie. So as we can see, 388, 321. So not as much. Put fire out a second. So the non-cooked one gave us 321. The cooked one gave us 321. Slight difference in food only. Health and stamina remain the same. So it didn't matter if I had cooked or raw. 343, 388. So 0.4 difference really was all it was. All right, yummy. Let's have that. Okay, let's do one more big test and take a look, and then we'll, so now that you kind of see how that works, let's do this. Let's grab, I need to be able to see how many I'm grabbing here. Okay, 5 of those. And, oh, do I not have my torch with me? This is horrible. No, of course. Why would I have a torch with me? That would just be silly. Bear with me. Yeah, they're up here. I think that's 5. Yep. All right. Nope. Good. Make a recipe. Make this one look different, I suppose. And that. Okay. And this one is, we'll call it a 2-slice pot pie. All right, so we got the 5, we've got the 5, and now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Make our recipe. Put our recipe in. 2-slice. Light fire. Oh. And don't stand on the fire. Put fire out. 13, 10, and 2, right? 13, 10, and 2. Okay, drop that item. Pot pie, cooked pie, 2-slice pot pie. Here we go. 3, 13. So not quite times 5, I would say. Although it's pretty close. It's not too far off. So let me read you some of the notes that came from the 224.2 changes to the recipes. So recipes fix some ingredient scale values, made all ingredients 5 times as effective globally, and made crafting speed scaled 2 times more effective for recipe quality. So yes, crafting speed skill directly affects recipe stats. We'll expose recipe ingredient effect scale and recipe crafting skill scale as server configurable values in the next major version. That will require networking change, and made crafting skill visible on the recipes toolbar for comparison. This is crafting skill at the time of the crafting. Oh yeah, there's a crafting skill at the bottom right hand stat, but I don't see anything on it. Or was that... Yeah, I don't see any number there, but I see the label for it at least. So those are some of the changes to the recipe. I just wanted to show you that. That's a big thing. So they upped its effectiveness. And so we have a 2-slice here, which is not too bad. I mean, it's nice that they'll last longer. And really with these cooked meats, you know, if you just keep a bunch in here, you could just drop a bunch of cooked meat stuff in here and you'd have your own recipes, which is pretty cool. All right, that seems pretty good so far for this episode. Let me go ahead and get some more stuff going, and I got more for you. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I think we're going to go out on a taming excursion. We're going to go ahead and take kind of an eclectic little group here. We're going to take everybody on Homestar, our mobile base, And we're going to take Vandermoose, our Megalosaurus. We're going to take Lucifer, our Beezle Bufo. And Jade there, our Sabertooth. And we're going to go and see if we can't find, let's see if, as long as we don't lose everybody here. Make sure everything's good. Nobody's going to fall off. Just poop. That's fine. Perfect. All right, we're going to go find a good spot, and we're going to go ahead and do some taming. So I'm thinking what I'm looking for, let's see, we'll speed through here, is I'm thinking we're going to do some, see if we can get some more compies. So I'm going to go down, I don't really see any of them near where I'm at, so I'm going to fly south down towards the swamp areas and see if I can find some. And then we'll set up and we'll try to go ahead and get a few more compies if we can. So, all right, I'll bring you back in when we've got that rolling. Stay tuned. All right, so one of the things I wanted to try today was to tame with the frog. So I've done a little bit of testing, and it does look like you can knock things out. So my idea is, can I get some of these smaller guys knocked out with the frog? Now this might go really bad. What I like about the frog instead of the scorpion is that he's faster and he can kind of escape a little better. Ooh, I've got two on me. I was hoping that just one knockout would get that guy. Let's go a little bit further. Oh, three of them. That could kill me. I don't want to do that. Let's see if we can get them to reset. No, they seem really mad. Take them for a run up here. So the scorpion had the same idea where you could use his poison to knock out creatures. But what I have found is he's so slow that you end up having to fight the creature. You didn't really have a way to do it. I think the only way you could do it is do a very high level, high health one and just sit there and take the shots and then just hit him with your poison every now and then, because you don't want to damage him too much if you don't have to. Oh, good God. These guys are persistent. I may have made a mistake here. Huh. I don't know if I can hit him with my tongue from down here either. Okay, who got hit there? Me or them? Look like maybe me. All right, definitely not going as planned. I think I need to really leave these guys behind. All right, so I'm going to go pretty far. Let me get everything reset and I'll bring you back in. We'll try that again. Not going to work this time. All right, guys. Still going to be doing that hunting trip, but it just was about to turn nighttime as the sun was going down, and I thought, hey, what better way to test those torches again? As you can see, I still have the stepchild over here, which is our, as you can see here, pretty cool. Gives off plenty of light, which I like, but we also have regular torches now, right? So we can just say, well, if I get over here, there we go. They don't give off a ton of light, but if I'm out in the ocean at some point and it's super dark, I'll at least be able to see. One other thing I was going to show you while we're doing that. So we have those torches, but there's one other type of torch. Oh, once we get up here. There we go. Which is this one. And that one's with the gel. So check that out. I don't know why my health is flashing. Oh, because I'm freezing. I was wondering what it's doing. And that is the, as you can see from the anglerfish gel. And it's supposed to last quite a while. So that's a cool little item to have also. You can see it from quite a ways. You can see everything here from quite a ways. I think it all looks pretty cool. Really lights the game up, so I'm not really using any of the, except for the glare there. Not using any gamma correction at all. This is how the game looks. And it gives it a real fun ambiance. So, just wanted to show you that. We're going to go ahead and keep hunting. We were just restocking, refueling, getting some extra stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and take off again and see if we can't get this to work better. It did work a little bit, because we did pick up this guy. It's a level 92. So I was able to tame him with, I hit him about 3 times with the, maybe 4 times with the frog, and just kept staying away from him, not getting captured, and then was able to tame him. But the whole point of this was to go get some compies, so we're still got to go find them. So I'll be back. I just wanted to show you the torches. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I found some compies, or they found me. I found one of them. Yeah, see him down here? And when they got close to each other, they had plus signs above their heads. So I'm going to see if maybe... nope, that's not what I want. Just look at them all. Oh yeah, see there, you can see +2, +3. So we've got a 36, a 12. What else do we got in there? Oh, they're so hard to see. Okay, there should be a purple one. 28. 8. So I think we want one of the higher level ones. 36. But how am I going to get them? Alright, so if I can... Guess we'll just knock them all out. And that's probably good enough. Oh, that might not have been smart. Oh, nope, wasn't smart. Wasn't smart at all. See? Bad idea. Bad idea. Come on, let me on a rock. Nope. Emergency. That's the problem with these guys, is their torpor is so low. Wait, are 2 of them still knocked out? No? There we go, got up that one. Oh, there's the 28. That's one of the ones I want. The 16. Oh, and a male and a female. And a 12. Oh, look at so fast. Can't even get there. got troubles. I think doing a bunch of these at once might not work out. Aw, come on. Well, I guess we just keep trying. Hey. Well, that worked. This one has 65 torpor, so that's a little bit better. The one I did had like 40, and it was goes down so quick. And as you can see, it takes him a while to want to eat. Even though he's down to 370, he still hasn't eaten any of that food. But we'll try it. Might be able to get this guy. Feeding him some narcotics, giving him some raw meat. Come on. They're so hard to see, too. That's one of the other problems. Because they're so small. You can see the stats so far. Pretty low health. Melee damage and movement. And you're seeing those +1 signs. That's kind of like the pack increase. Still hasn't eaten once. Ooh, careful. That was close. Thinking maybe when it gets down to half food, maybe? I think I've used 8 narcotics already just to keep him under because it goes down so quick and he has so little. Well, we're definitely below half. Still going. Come on, eat some food. First time I did this, I was wondering maybe they weren't even carnivores, so maybe raw meat wouldn't even work. But I think I just waited long enough and it finally did work. Although I think I used a piece of prime, so I think... Unless that's all they eat. I think I threw berries in there before too, because then I started worrying maybe it's a herbivore. Down to 128. How far is he going to go down? This is babysitting. This is kind of like when the mating came out and you had to force feed the animals on that first patch. They could hold like 1 food or maybe 3 berries. They'd eat them pretty quick and you'd have to keep feeding them only 3 berries at a time. It was definitely a lot of hand-holding feeding. Feels like this guy's going to starve to death, huh? You think he would eat a piece of food? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is only a prime, or maybe it's a berry. Oh, I almost lost him. Look at that. Wasn't paying attention, looking at the other stats. Huh. Well, I guess we're about to find out. He starved to death. He did not eat the meat. Guess we'll let him wake up. Hey, you. Hello? Wow, that was really strange. Did he die up there? No, it looks like he woke up. Okay. So we know they're here. Let's go over here just a second. Couple Mijos. Would be nice. The other thing I believe is if you keep them separated, they're not aggressive. But as you can see, there's a bunch of them, so they're going to be aggressive in that little pack. All right, I'm going to play around with this, and then when I actually figure it out, I'll bring you guys back in. Stay tuned. All right, guys, it looked like once I had prime meat, that's what made them eat right away. So I didn't know that. So hopefully from my mistakes, you can learn. So now we've got another Compy. Oh, there's another one. But I think we only needed just one more. And then I was thinking about just starting to mate them. And then we could have a bunch of them. So, okay, that's what I wanted to show you. Use that prime meat. That'll help you get these guys. And I'm going to take them back. And, well, all right. Maybe we can get this other one too. Although what I don't know is if I have... Do I still have that prime meat? I do. There we go. We won't name them yet. Do we still have that one? We do. He's on follow, which could be crazy. I don't know how fast they are. We gotta get back to the base. So, all right, I'm gonna take these guys back and be back at the base. Probably it for this episode. So we'll go ahead and call it good, and we'll see you in the next one.